All right, so
100% over the course of those, man.
we're getting right into it here. We're already on Hollywood. Apparently, we missed the map draft somewhere. I'm going to try to catch that up at some point, but we're just going to get right into it as SG-1 is going to play defense against Reunited Hollywood. We are in the quarterfinals. This is best of three. GosuGamers EU Weekly number 14. Of course, our sponsors G2A Rocket, OW Kings, PF.GG, and, you know, we run Matcherino. Hit that Matcherino in chat, throw your dollar in the prize pool for free. GG EU14 is the dollar code. And they're going to run...
So it's going to be SG-1 on the defense first. They're running out here with Zappis on the 76, Mafu on the Pharah, Seda on Torbjorn, Himsy on the Reaper, Jose on Mercy, and Fraggy going to be on the Reinhardt. And actually, look at the offense. The offense is not showing double Winston just yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think because it's kind of new, teams are just so practiced with their one hero limit comps. I mean, we've been doing it for well over a month now, I think, and I think teams just, we could do it, it might be better, but this is what we've been doing for a while, so let's just run this. I think you're getting into comfort mode here. But that team coming out from Melty will be Cabal on the Lucio. Dagon and Bod will play the combo, and Pharah and Mercy. Nico will be on Genji. Flippy and Munal rounding out the tanks as Winston and Roadhog.
Alrighty, so both teams getting into it here. We'll see just what comes out from the side of Melty. Will their offense be able to get through this SG-1 defense? And going off of recent times, could be a very close game. But here we go, offense is on the way. And interesting stuff coming up from them is that they have no Reinhardt, so they're going to be going for more of a blitz offense, despite the fact that they are still running the Mercy.
Yeah, definitely a more aggressive style of initiation here. They're going to have to deal with this turret. I think that might be up to just Cabal to go over and solo it as Lucio.
Well, we see Flippy right now just going right into back, trying to get on the Zappis. Will take out Zappis with the aid of the Genji, so Winston Genji getting into play very quickly. Double kill coming out here from the side Melty. And this is a very good start. If they can just get on the Mercy before she builds up the res, that might be all they need. Lizzie right now, very low, 25 HP in the back, going to get taken out by Lucio of all people. And the Melty offense absolutely picking apart SG-1 right now to start off this game. Munel with an extra hook just for good measure. Really good coordination coming out from both the Winston and the Genji there.
Yeah, they absolutely crushed, and this defense is going to have to hold back on second roof already, because look how forward they are already. Wow, takes out Zappis, who was trying to take the elevator up.
Flippy already very deep in the back right now, letting the rest of his team get in, capture the payload as Winston Genji being a thing. It is one of the more aggressive pushes too, because you get guaranteed damage from the leap, guaranteed damage from the Genji dash. It's good at killing targets in the back as Dagon piling on, taking out Mafu. Really good stuff coming off the offensive Melty here, and a little bit unexpected for them to be playing this well this early.
Well, it is going to be on Himsy to turn it back, and he starts doing it just right now. He's on that Reaper. He's getting damage boosted. He was able to take out Dagon, but it really, I mean, a good answer to that Winston and that Genji is going to be Reaper.
Okay, Himsy on the top here. He is going to be able to drop down and give the Death Blossom to Melty here in just a moment. He's waiting for his opportunity. Here he goes, dropping down to the back, looking for the Mercy. Doesn't hit Q just yet. Mercy giving a little bit of slip. Will go down in the end. 2 kills here for the defense. Mafu holding on to the Barrage as well, so both Barrage and Death Blossom on the table, but might not even be needed as the defense has gotten all the kills they need here thus far.
Yeah, they have to bail out with only 2 alive there. Himsy again is doing some work. Now they put themselves in a much better position defensively after those really early deaths on the second roof. They're going to be able to hold first or second wherever they want. Also the ult advantage as well.
Well, the offense not wasting time does get right back up, but Himsy meeting Nico right away, taking him out. Still holding on to Death Blossom, could drop down in a moment, but down Nico. The offense Melty might just want to wait it up here a second as Muno will be able to take out Himsy. So, good offensive pick coming out. We'll see if they can reset.
Yeah, it's a nice entry kill from Dagon. I mean, Himsy's been the one doing all the damage. Now they can feel a little safer trying to take roof, especially with his Winston up here.
Muno landing pick after pick right now. Just had 2 huge picks on both Reaper and Pharah respectively. That's going to set up Melty for a bit of glory. Dagon with the offensive barrage takes out Lizzie. Absolutely worth the kill the Mercy and prevent the res, and things looking pretty good now for Melty.
Yeah, both Mercies are down, but it looks like the offense is in a pretty decent position as long as they can clean up the end. But Himsy comes back, takes down Flippy. There goes Muno. Both tanks are down.
Himsy finding the reflect of Nico. Nico able to take him out. The defense does stabilize a little bit here. They killed more than they were killed in turn. They are going to get on top of the payload, but not before Melty got the payload almost all the way through the streets phase.
I think the next fight is going to be decided on which team can keep their Mercy alive, because they both died there with 100%. So that's definitely going to be the prime target, as if she isn't already. But the next fight can absolutely be dictated by which Mercy stays alive and which one doesn't.
Mafu does have the defensive barrage at the ready here. Defense a lot more loaded for Bear here on ults, but Munal going to pull Farah down the earth. Here comes Nico with the Dragon Blade. Meets Fraggy's hammer instead. Still though, 2 kills for the offense. And Lizay goes down. There will be no defensive res. Meanwhile, the offensive res is out and on the way. This is a big turnabout here for the side of Melty as they just try and push us in their favor. They need 1 or 2 more kills, and they are going to get those kills. And I gotta say, Munal's been playing great. To be able to take out the Farah that early in the fight and prevent the barrage really set up Melty for glory there.
Yeah, Roadhog is really, really good. He's kind of taken over the role of McCree and Widow, just kind of that single target sniping, but he also has 600 HP and a ton of damage, so we're seeing so much Roadhog, but there's just really good play coming out from Melty, or from Munal on that specific hero as well.
So Melty gonna keep things going.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wait a little bit, I think, to get these ults, because they're at a disadvantage right now, but they're gonna have Sound Barrier, Barrage, they're gonna have Whole Hog.
Sound Barrier coming out here from defense, so defense gonna try and make their mark. Mafu holding on to that barrage, not using it just yet. Was not able to get the height needed to deal with the offense that got all the way onto the top. We'll see though, he has bot in his sights, lands 1 rocket, looking to land another. Here comes the Justice, takes out 2. Will it be 3? Flippy having to run for his life back the other way. Offense still has 3 people up, but the defense should be able to clean us up as Mafu coming in big.
Yeah, kind of looked a little discoordinated there from Melty, as Munal early on used his Whole Hog into a Sound Barrier, didn't get much done, but then the rest of his team just bailed on him, and everyone went like to the left and right. No one was really there to support him. He died early, then they got cleaned up and discoordinated, but they do switch up the tank roles here. Flippy and Munal now on Zarya and Reinhardt.
Lucio right now going to the back. Here comes Death Blast, set by Lucio's Sound Barrier and Speed Boost, but their offense able to back off beautifully. They're still in this. Melty coming right back in. Dragon Blade on the way from Nico, slicing the back, takes out Mafu. Both teams getting bloodied a bit here, but that was a great reaction coming up for the offense. They do get the res up from Bod. Both teams actually used res in the fight. And overall, Melty going to keep the momentum going in their favor. What a response.
Yeah, I like these tank switches too, because they know that they're going to have to be walking down this hallway too. They need the shield, so Munal just on that Reinhardt is great. Zarya's actually contributing as well, throwing out those allied shields too. They needed that switch so badly.
Enemy contact.
So defense trying to restabilize here a little bit. They are back up to full strength. Mafu in the back is Farah, trying to win this Farah v Farah battle. Will force the other Farah back. A lot of time still remaining here on the clock though from Melty. They don't have to rush this too much. Then just measure the defense, look for an opportunity, and go in when necessary.
Yeah, it's certainly...
You see, hang on though, the fight is going underway. Sound Barrier is up here for the defense. D-Gun tried to get into the back, did not get the value he was looking for. 2 quick kills here for SG-1. They're rolling it right back. Himsy on top of the cart, able to take out the Zarya, and this is going to be a full team wipe in favor of SG-1, and Bod is not even going to attempt the res here.
No, they're just going to get out. I mean, it's because their tanks died so early in that fight. But the good thing for them is that they didn't end up wasting ults in that fight. Cabal is at 85%-ish on that Sound Barrier too, but they're going to not wait for it. They're looking for the Earth Shatter.
They're coming in right now, and they absolutely are looking for the Earth Shatter. Munal waiting for his opportunity. He's getting charged instead. He loses most of his life from that charge. Big plays coming out here from the defense. Fraggy in particular. Now they're rushing this back in. Seda leading the charge. Going in as super offensive Lucio. Nico is still in the back. It does have Dragon Blade, but he's just going to meet Fraggy's hammer instead. Hammer beating sword as SG-1 going to hang on.
Really late Dragon Blade there, which is an ult that you don't really want to get nothing done with. I mean, that goes for all ults, but Dragon Blade can generally kill 2 to 3 people and switch a game for you, so maybe a little bit of a mistake there. They are going to have Barrage, Sound Barrier, and still that Earth Shatter as he got charged before he was able to use it. So offense still with a lot of tools, but defense also, the cover is fully stacked.
Melty gonna be looking here for a Graviton combo to be sure. D-Gun and Flippy looking for up to it. Here comes the Sound Barrier. They're all in here on this push. Death Blast coming in the back from defense does not get that much value. Sound Barrier negating the worst of it. Flippy looking for the Graviton right now. Both teams down a player. 3 extra kills here though for the side. Melty there getting onto that point. Here comes the Graviton. Not getting quite what he wants. Only gets some Mercy in the end. And Mercy able to slip away. Meanwhile, looking here at the defense, will Mafu be able to drop the barrage? His team is dying all around him. Melty still with the advantage here. He's getting to the back. Earth Shatter, setting up the barrage. A triple kill coming in from Fraggy and Mafu, but the resurrection from the offense might be all they need to negate this. D-Gun coming in big. Only a little bit extra here needed for Melty to complete out this map. 1.28 meters away. The defense now coming in. The stalls are on the way. Sound Barrier out. And as Zappos able to pick up 1 kill, if he's able to kill D-Gun here, they might have a shot.
Yeah, and it was a really nice stall from Seta there on the Lucio. He was alone, but he just bumped that sound barrier because he had to. Now they're going to trickle in. Himsy and Fraggy clean up the rest of that offense. They're going to hold this.
Really nice hold coming out here from the side of the defense. Now 24 seconds left. I'm not even sure if the offense can push that 1.28 meters, and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Bod was showing Bastion for the slimmest of moments here, but saying, you know, it's actually going to be Mercy.
I think he wanted to, and his team talked him out of it, because he switched to a couple different heroes there towards the end, but...
actually reset his ultimeter on Mercy, too.
Yeah.
It's not... Either way, though, the offense is coming back in here. They're looking for the last opportunity. Sound barrier is out. The defense needs to get in the point. They need to swarm it. Here comes the Earthshare from Munel. Both teams getting into it. Mafu over the top does take out D-Gun in the Fair v Fair battle. Rez comes out from the defense, but the offense still making the most of this. They're still in the point. They're still doing what they need to do. Bod went down, though, early on. There will be no Rez. Not they would have had the charge anyways, as Mafu now picks up the double, and this might be a hold coming out from the side of SG-1.
There it is.
Hold. Complete.
Yeah, Melty, that round, it was totally on their tanks. Whenever the tanks were alive and doing well, they were doing a ton of work. Mostly it was Flippy and Munel, and then their switches were on point there as well, unable to actually close that out at the end. I think they were actually trying to get greedy a little bit here and there because they were holding ults to, I think, close down doorways, thinking they were going to push to the end. They had to use them at one point and were unable to close that out, but I think that's why you saw Graviton and Earthshatter just kind of stay in the pocket for probably a little too long.
All right, so for those who are wondering what's going on here, our completion rules for partial completions are a little bit different here. There will be no partial stopwatch anymore. It's either going to be absolute stopwatch if both teams complete, or in this case, because they didn't complete, they just need to get to the end and surpass the distance that was made by the side of Melty, which admittedly is almost a full completion.
Right.
But it's cool to have that as a tiebreaker now compared to what we had before. So,
Yeah.
New patch offering a few little goodies here for the teams.
Yeah, we're getting close to having just full-on stopwatch implemented in-game. I guess next on the list would be a pause button. Blizzard, please.
The one thing that is a little bit awkward that's going to take a little bit getting used to is that the teams don't switch sides from blue to red off of the round change-up. So red is on defense right now and blue is on attack. So that's going to take a little bit of getting used to.
It is kind of awkward, but yeah, I mean, I'm just confused now because they're also even running a Torb. Anyway, on defense, the red team of Melty on defense will be running a Torb. That's Cabal. D-Gun is going to take the skies as Farah. Munel, of course, will be on that Reinhardt. Nico is going to play Roadhog. Flippy on 76. Bod on Mercy.
I'll take a look here at the offense in the blue coming out from SG-1. It's going to be Mafu on the Farah, Fraggy on the Roadhog, Zappis on Zarya, Laze on Mercy, Himsy on the Reaper, and Seda going to be here on the Lucio as they move things forward.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Flippy can get done on the 76. He's in this super high perch right now, so it's going to take a lot of Farah's attention to really deal with him, and she's already used half her clip, not able to dislodge him just yet.
Himsy was trying to be super sneaky, getting to the back right here. He is spotted out here by the defense. The defense not having any of that. Meanwhile, it is worth knowing that, of course, Torbjorn is here on the defense. Aardvark trying to pay off. Turret still in play. Offense slowly moving its way forward, getting good positioning as both teams still full strength.
Yeah, Flippy off of his main perch, he is now in the cafe. He has been the primary target for this Farah. Every rocket has been headed his way. They really want to deal with this soldier. Fraggy does take down the turret early on, but then Mafu dies to Nico's hook.
Nico right now landing shot after shot, looking for an extra value here if he could. He used to be on McCree, now he's on Roadhog. Does make sense. Finds hook in the Mercy, but the Graviton now coming in from the side of the offense. Pulls in 3 defenders, but the Resurrection going to undo all that work. D-Gun, the barrage over the top, countering here for the side of the defense, picking up 3 kills after that Graviton. So big ults coming out from both sides, but D-Gun going to be the difference maker, now looking for the double rocket on the Mafu.
Yeah, the better end of that engagement, yes, they did have to bust out all the ults, but so did the offense there. And right now, they're going to have Molten Core up, which is just a shutdown ultimate. They also have Earthshatter. They're in a good spot here to defend this.
I'm still a little bit weirded out by the defense being red, but I will get used to it at some point.
It's very confusing.
Defense, though, definitely loaded for Bear. They have a whole lot of ultimates at the ready. Nico with the whole hog, Cabal on the Molten Core, and pushing the Molten Core is rough. He's going to blow the Molten Core right now. That should buy some time, but the offense just going right into it, not even carrying Fraggy, picking up 2 quick kills for the offense. Mafu in the back with the barrage, taking out Flippy. 3 kills for the offense, make it 4. The Molten Core not scaring them off in the least. I'm gonna note, by the way, Bot does not have a resurrection up yet. He's still waiting to get the last little bit up. He doesn't have it. He's gonna eat a rocket instead. So the offense of SG-1 getting onto a point, and they should be able to get all they need and more here.
Yeah, Fraggy played absolutely great. That Roadhog is being so clutch for them. He's cleaned up, I think, 5 kills during this fight. I mean, 4 solo kills for the most part. He's been doing so much work. Takes down Flippy yet again. Early on in that fight, too, Moonell just absolutely whiffed an Earth Shatter that you'd like to have back. So Red Team on defense is relegated to taking the second roof area. Moonell's on the slow elevator up. They are not in too rough of a spot here as they have most of the people here. They're not absolutely getting rolled on defense, at least.
No, certainly not. I think this game definitely should be pretty close. Himsy right now going very deep in, just looking for the flanking Death Blossom. This is high risk, high reward, especially given that the people are still fighting back in the point. We're going to follow the tails of Himsy right now. Oh man, is he going for this teleport, Hex? He's thinking about it.
Yeah, they need to push their advantage right now, though. I mean,
play the Mission Impossible theme right now because this is happening. Himsy's going up here. Will there be value? He's getting right back. Oh my god, 76. No, not like this. 76 just gets 2-shot by the flank coming out from Reaper. Takes out one of the biggest threats now onto Lucio. Not entirely sure if given that his team was under duress the entire time. Rez does come out here from the side defense. Bod goes down for it, but overall, this is working out for SG-1.
Well, they've killed Bod a couple times here. I mean, even before the Rez, they got him down. I mean, that ultimate's going to knock everyone down on the cart, but they're just going to take a little siesta and get right back on it as there's no cleanup for it. They're just fully loaded as well. They've got 5 out of 6 ultimates here. They're going to make a great push. There's nothing Melty can do about this. They shouldn't even try, to be honest. They should just give up.
Big grab time though coming in from Zappas, pulls in everyone. The fall through coming in over the top from Mafu and Fraggy, taking out 4 people. Zarya setting up her team for glory. And that's going to be a huge team wipe in favor of SG-1, and they're going to roll right to this next checkpoint. And now all they need to do is get a little bit further than the side of Melty did to win this map. They have 5 minutes to do so. That is a whole ton of time, Hex.
Cabal dies really late there. That's going to really hurt the defense in any effort. I think they should have just been holding back here. They should have been trying to get chip damage. None of them were above 50% on their ultimates. They're going into a team that they should have known was fully stocked. They tried to get to that 3rd point to defend, and for what? They really just need to defend here, and they absolutely got wiped, and in turn, fed a little more ult advantage, too. So I think it's a bad choice to take that fight. They're paying for it now.
Himsy right now on the top is looking for an opportunity. Might just be dropping down here a second. The defense pushing right into the offense. And Himsy drops down, almost gets dunked as a result. Some hit him incredibly hard. The offense being wise, they backed out away from that charge, but they're going right back in now. Fraggy does have Earthshaft already, waiting for an opportunity. Getting stuck a little bit back, but once that Reinhardt shield goes down, it does not go down in time. Earthshatter is wasted. Fraggy charges in. Perhaps not the greatest charging. We'll see if it works out as now Eco comes with defensive Death Blossom, not getting the value he's looking for either. Very sloppy coming out from both sides in that fight.
Bod got blocked by his teammate and ended up getting killed with a hammer.
Offense though getting the better of it. Himsy getting 2 kills in the back, about to make it 3. Still has Death Blossom at the ready. Might just use it for Lucio, gonna get booped back instead. But this is big here for the offense of SG-1. They're getting everything they need to get right now, and they are almost to the final checkpoint. Defense of Melty needs to find something deep here in a hurry. As D-Gun coming in with the barrage over the top, takes out 2. But look again for Lizay. Lizay gonna res up all those fallen heroes. Himsy included, and here comes a Death Blossom follow-up from Himsy. Seda getting the triple kill with the aid of that, and there it is. The cap coming out from the side of SG-1, and they're gonna take map 1 right away from Melty.
They just never were at an advantage in pretty much any of those fights. They just kept taking wrong fights, in my opinion, and then feeding ults, and then they would feed to another wrong fight and feed ults, and this is the worst fight they took all game.
Partial cap system definitely pretty cool though.
Yeah,
the way it's working out.
God, the noise that Zarya beam makes when it's on full it gets me tingles.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like, oh my god, get away from me.
It does sound like death. That sound design is perfect because it sounds.
If death had a sound, it would probably be Zarya's beam. Either way though, big plays coming out from the side of SG-1. They take map 1 from Melty, and we'll see where Melty wants to bring us next.
Yeah, we are in best of 3s here, so we're going to get at least 1 more map, then we'll just probably follow whoever wins this all the way through to semis and then finals, and we'll wrap up our day there and take a look at the bracket to see if 2Easy's team did anything in the lower bracket.
2Easy, of course, for those who don't know, no longer reunited. Went in today with sort of a pickup team. 2easy.com is the name of the team, and are they still alive? They were able to get through respawn. They were able to get through backslash. Or is that forward slash? I don't even know. But they are now up against team...
It's the drop-down kings.
Drop-down. The drop-down kings.
Yeah. You don't know the drop-down kings.
You don't know the drop-down kings? We just cast them earlier today. I had to look. I should have known from their weird tag, but... So Team 2easy is still in it. I do think they'll face a decent challenge, though, from the Bongo Beach Boys, which they are on a collision course with if they do get through the drop-down kings.
Yeah, that's a practice team at the very least. They're a team that's been together for a while, have played in a ton of tournaments, and I mentioned earlier how coordination is so important in Overwatch. Well, they should have that coordination. They've been playing forever, and I love their name, Bongo Beach Boys. But so far, it looks like Chalk is holding throughout. I mean, Reunited is playing against a team called News right now. Overwatch Kings against 2 Strong. That actually could be kind of close. We'll keep an eye on that. That is also in the quarters. So yeah, Chalk kind of holding sway here. Misfits, I expect to move on. They're playing against B-Fly right now. But yeah, the winner of this game will face the winner of Misfits versus B-Fly. And I'd love to see some more Misfits play. I think they might be the best team in EU right now, but it's really hard to say. Everyone's so close at the top.
All right, so we do have the next map underway. It is going to be Kings Row, SG-1 versus Melty. SG-1 looking to put Melty away. Melty looking to avoid running into the losers bracket. Letting them know that we are ready and should be good to go here in just a moment.
Yep, they're just waiting for us apparently, but it's all good. We're always ready. It's nice of them to ask, though. You are, of course, watching the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly EU number 14. We are sponsored by our friends G2A, Rockhat, and OW Kings. OW Kings has a coupon code if you're interested in Overwatch content. That is GOSU. That is 10% off of their content for life. Also, if you're looking for a party, if you like to party, pf.gg help you find you know, good people to play Overwatch with. I'm generally, I used to be a solo queuer. I think I'm getting into the phase where like playing with 1 or 2 people is usually pretty good. Makes things a lot easier to actually have a small amount of coordination. But don't run a 6-stack, because then you're facing against other 6-stacks, and it's brutal. Be my advice.
Well, take a look here at the defense coming out from the side of SG-1. It is going to be Seda on the Lucio, Lizay on Mercy, Mafu on Farah, Fraggy going to be on the Reinhardt, Himsy on Reaper, and Zappas going to round things out here on the 76.
The world is right and blue is on defense. Whew, thank
For
goodness.
now, until they're not on defense anymore, in which case, who knows what to expect. The first round of every game going to be pretty good. The second round, we're going to be just confused because for the longest time, it's always been blue on defense, red on attack. But now with the new combo system, a little bit different.
Yeah, so I'll go through the offense here in a second. I'm trying to remember, maybe you can help me, but someone mentioned it in chat, and I'm gonna not miss the opportunity to bring it up, but like, where's Oink Oink Here Comes the Boink? Are they an NA team, though?
I think they might be an NA team.
Okay.
I definitely saw them on signups for one of the 2 tournaments. I'm pretty sure that they are an NA, but I might be wrong.
That's the
but
real
Oink
question.
Oink, Here Comes the Boink. That's a team I want to watch at least 1 game of tomorrow, just on their team name alone.
So yeah, tune in tomorrow for some Oink Oink Here Comes the Boink. But on offense, Cabal right now is on 76, Flippy on Winston, Moonell on Reinhardt, Bot on Mercy, Nico is going to be Roadhog, D-Gun as the Pharah. So a triple tank composition running a combo. Bot is the solo support here, so a lot of pressure on him.
Himsy right now in the back is able to win that fight versus Cabal. Reaper V76, a little bit hard for the 76. If you go in that way, Zappas falling through, able to take out Flippy. So 2 quick kills here for the side of SG-1. Melty perhaps a little bit over aggro to start that fight.
Yeah, it did not work out for them early, although they did pick off Seta, which is nice to take down a support there. Now, they do answer as Cabal goes down from a Mafu rocket as well, so both teams are going to be kind of stalled out. Kind of a reset here, even though they're bleeding players left and right.
Offense is going to be fully reset. Seda, who did die in the last fight, is already back into fight, so both teams are back at full strength. But ultimate-wise, the defense very close to having some very key ultimates here, including Barrage out from the side of Mafu. So Mafu could end this fight all on his own. Speed boost is out. He's going to come in over the top. He's going to look for this Barrage right away. Not using it just yet, though. Didn't like what he saw. 2 quick kills, though, from the defense plan nonetheless. Himsy got into the back, took out Moonell and Nico with the aid of Seda.
That big Earth
You can see
Shatter.
the res coming out from the offense, so they're still trying to turn their favor, but Himsy just pile on. Here comes a barrage from Afu, takes out one, looking for more, not able to get more than that. Cabal shuts him down in a hurry, and the offense doing a good job of at least holding even. Himsy, though, gets right to the back. Death Blossom taking out another 2. There will not be another res up on the menu. SG-1 going to hold.
That's a very aggressive offense. I mean, the Death Blossom was nice. It got a couple kills. I just wonder if it was necessary. They were leaving. They wanted to just bail. That fight was pretty much over, and they chose to stagger those 2 deaths late, but they did use an ultimate for it.
Tactical visor.
SG-1 not in the worst case here. We do have the Winston leaping in. Gang aided here, but here comes Sound Bear on the way from the defense. Himsy just going right to the back, takes out Mercy immediately, stops any possibility of an offensive res. Even though Nico and Cabal are doing some work here in the back, there is an Earth Shadow. 3 kills here for the side of Melty. The problem is no, they took out Lizay early, so this could be a full attack here for the side of Melty. Yeah, they've gotten everything they need to. Lizay died early, and
Yeah, it was a really nice early jump to take out Lizay, and they're going to flip this point over here. Just kind of nothing super flashy, mechanical, able to kind of keep that sustain. The Earth Shatter was nice, got a lot of people down. Flippy was able to reinforce on his Winston, and some nice momentum actually coming out here too, as they're going to poke forward.
they're on the way forward. The offense gets through that first point. And now you look at the ults that they have up. They do have Barrage up the raid. They do have Primal Rage.
Himsy's hiding.
They do have a res, of course. You almost always have a res because of how quickly Mercy builds ult. Still, though, there will be an opportunity here for D-Gun really to put his team ahead.
Yeah, they're kind of just giving up space here on the defense. They're going to hold it this first bend. Himsy is kind of hiding out here in a place I don't generally see Reapers. I think they're trying to almost bait them in with this combo up here of Zap is just doing damage boosted. If they jump in, Himsy's going to try to get up and do some damage there.
D-Gun going over the top, aided by the Sound Bear, looking for the barrage, just getting blown on Soldier, gets absolutely no value from that barrage, and ends up dying as a result. Good counterplay coming up inside SG-1. Now look at Himsy. Himsy has Death Blossom at the ready, is looking for Mercy, finds Lizay in the, or Bod in the back, is able to take him out. And now no res on the table. Himsy's just gonna go forward. Is he gonna hit the Q? The speed boost pushing him ever into the enemy team. But he's gonna back out. Nico's gonna take a breather, and now Himsy almost sets himself up for failure there. Is able to get back in time though.
I mean, Reaper is so good, like, right now in this meta, not only because there's tanks, but it's one of the safest heroes ever. You're making all the decisions, all the time. You decide when you're going to attack, you decide when the fight begins and ends because Wraith form is so good. You decide where you're going to be positioned. Like, I think Reapers and the next stage of the meta might be who's got the best Reaper play, because we've seen teams not run it very well and teams really excel in it. Himsy's
Look
been
at
really
Himsy
good
though.
so
Himsy
far.
is measuring the offense right now, getting ready to leap in. He's going in. Here comes the speed boost. In comes the Death Blossom. Himsy spinning into the fray, takes out 2, looks for a little bit more, and the offense is just completely dismantled by the side of SG-1.
Yeah, I mean, he's good in team fights, he's good in solo fights, you get an advantage early on. Like, you can make a fight 5v6 or decide not to fight, and it's absolutely as simple as pressing shift. So you take a fight early on in a duel, which you've set yourself up for in good positioning, and then if you start losing it, you just leave, and you're like, okay, it's fine, we'll just wait, and I'll fight 6v6 in Death Blossom. Or if you win it, then he's just such a strong hero right now. A lot of it is because of Wraith.
Well, the offense is recovering from that push in from the defense. The defense has to make a contest here in just a moment. Fraggy holding on to Earth Shatter, but he's going to get Earth Shattered instead. Nico and Moonell taking him out, and now Nico, whole hog on the way, pushing the defense back, looking for the hook, not able to land on 76, but he's just going to go in right away, and it's going to end badly for him as Zappis takes him out with that pulse rifle. Soundberry is still out here for the side of the offense, though, so Flippy's going to pick up 2 kills. The defense in a little bit of trouble. Rez comes out. They're still fighting this, but certainly momentum in favor of Melty right now as they land rocket after rocket. D-Gun now has the barrage at the ready. Justice going the rain from above. Takes out the Mercy. Looks for Reinhardt. Down goes Reinhardt. D-Gun with the triple kill.
Yeah. They're still fighting this, but they shouldn't have been, and they ended up wasting a couple ults there at the end as well. So a pretty rough look trying to defend that point from SG-1 there. Now they have to really wait. They're kind of grouping up now back, but they're getting spawn camped. I mean, that's how far forward the offense is able to push here. It's kind of been a thing we've seen on King's Row. In the last couple days, we've seen so much damage going right to spawn doors after teams cap that second point.
Well, the offense moving forward, looking to make the most of things right now. Graviton Surge is on the menu for Flippy. Defense, though, being highly aggressive, pushing right back in to Melty, forcing Melty back a bit. Melty, though, going to deal with it, and now they're coming back themselves. Graviton Surge still on the menu. The only problem is that they don't have any huge follow-up for it aside from Graviton itself.
Yeah, depending on her charge, but the follow-up...
Graviton comes in. It pulls in no one. That is a whiffed Graviton entirely for the offense. Munel still is able to get one kill off of it. Fraggy went a little bit too deep, but Zappas now. Attack visor at the ready, takes out D-Gun. And even though the Graviton didn't work out, the offense still making the most of it. Munel lands a big Earth Shower, knocks down 2. Nico with the huge fall on the Roadhog. But the Resurrection does come in from defense. Barrage into the back. Himsy and Mafu picking up 3, and they should be able to turn this in their favor.
Yeah, Seda hit a nice sound barrier there to keep everyone alive, even post Earth Shatter on the ground with that extra shield, able to stay. Defense completely stabilizes. We do get a switch off here. Flippy is going to rotate onto the Winston, and Nico is going to play Genji.
So offense going to be reestablishing here again. They got off the Zarya entirely. They did not like the lack of value they got there. Flippy going to be on the Winston instead. We'll see if this is what they need to turn things in their favor.
Yeah, the Genji's an interesting point, or interesting pick here. I think it's to take this top ground. That's why they also have the Winston here too. They're tired of having heroes just up poking away at them.
Earth Shower coming in from Fraggy. Fraggy had patience, got beyond Munel, landed the Earth Shower, knocked down 2. Offense now down to Reinhardt. Note though that Bod is hanging on to a res. Will be resing 2 up here in just a moment. No, he lost it for a second. Will get the res up in the end. Both teams at 5v5 at the moment. Zappas though in the back, laying in shot after shot on the pulse rifle. Trying to turn this in his favor, and no, Lazay going to get just deleted by D-Gun. D-Gun found where he needed to be in the back, picks up the triple kill. And now for Melty, this is the opportunity they needed to just put this map away.
Well, it's desperation time, so we might be seeing Divas and Tracers here, but they are just absolutely cleaned up. Everyone's at the door. Too late.
Here.
So that's about an 8-minute, 59-second time coming out from the side of Melty there. So 8:59. Not the most unbeatable time.
No, it's pretty slow.
You can get through it on Kings Row.
Yeah, 10 minutes is really a slow time. It's almost max on Kings Row. Generally, Kings Row 5, 6 is good. We've seen 3s and 4s, so it's definitely a very beatable time. But I mean, they did complete, so they set themselves up with at least that win condition. Yeah.
So we are running a little bit of a hybrid here. We aren't going the sudden death if it comes out. We're still using time to beat and all the rest for partial completion. So that's going to be 8:59, and we'll just have to see where things go.
Sudden death has also improved. At least it's still on the same map. I just remember very early on in competitive beta, we would play, 20 minutes of each side on Kings Row, and then decided by going to play 1 round of Ilios, and that always struck me as a little bit wrong. So we are at 8:59. Some nice switch ups there from at the end, because they were just losing the high ground battle entirely. They were able to put Flippy on the Winston, which at first didn't look like the greatest pick, but it took that high ground. They sent their Mercy with him too, which I think is really smart in a lot of cases. Winston is kind of tanky, but he doesn't do enough damage to kill people who are giving him damage back, so keeping him alive and just as a zoning measure is really important. So they ran that and were able to finish out the map. Flippy is going to be staying on that Winston. Never mind, he switches to Soldier 76, which is a good point. On this red defense, Nico is on Genji. Cabal will be playing Roadhog. Moon L on Reinhardt. Dagon and Bod represent the combo of Pharah and Mercy.
They're saying 8:02. We'll go with it here. I think it was 10 minutes, but either way, we'll go with the in-game time because we don't have an actual in-game time on the caster side anymore, so we're gonna go with what we got.
No in-game time. The team colors are all wrong. It's mayhem.
It's pandemonium. All right, so the timer has started. We have the offense now of SG-1 on the way. We'll see if they can beat that time, get through a little bit quicker as we go to round number 2 here on Kings Row.
Yep, very standard looking push here too, as both the Reinhardts just show each other their shields and try to fire strike each other for a while. The big initiation will probably come in off of either a charge or the first pick coming in. They're also going to try to get some poke from this Pharah.
See through the dragon's
Also right now, gang into the back line, looking for people in the building, going very deep in, but Dagon gonna just punish both of them in turn. Both sides though getting very bloody here to start things out. And the offense getting a little bit more value from SG-1. They have 3-2 right now as they move in. Fraggy charging in immediately, and Himsy just mopping people up in the back at 76. Big Rezo is going to come out towards the end. We'll give the defense a little bit more life. But this is never good when the offense has gotten this many kills this early on. It's really hard for a defense to recover given where spawn points are. And the offense will come up with a res of their own. We'll see if it's enough, but nothing is on Himsy right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dagon was very brave, and he was able to take out Zappas, and that was their early kill, but he was all alone. He got cleaned up, then absolutely just mopped up. The res came really late, only brought up 2, so 3 people were still running back from spawn, and that's not what you want. In turn, they lose that first point.
So SG-1 definitely with a quicker offense here thus far, able to get through point A pretty darn quickly.
Yeah, it is 8-minute time, 7:59. Because
Okay.
the first point only has 4 minutes now. They've changed.
Gotcha.
They made changes.
Okay, so that
yeah.
changed. That explains. It used to be 10 minutes overall King
Yeah.
That's what was throwing me off.
I didn't know either, so.
That makes a little bit more sense. So offense right now moving forward, looking for a bit of an opportunity. MC still has Tac Visor up from the first push, so he might just be looking for the flank Tac Visor. Mafu punishes Nico, tried to get a little bit far. Speed Boost is out, Dragon Strike is out, and Himsy able to just gun people down to the back, has 2 kills to the end of Mafu, makes it 3, and that is going to be so decisive coming out from the side of SG-1. They're saying Bod crashed, unfortunately, there is nothing we can do about that.
We can lament his loss. But that was
just saying, Melty, or are you just calling GG right now?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty decisive fight right there. Then with Bod gone, you're not going to be able to hold last point. I mean, that's, we talked about a little bit just like talking about comp mode. 5v6 is almost impossible to win. So when someone leaves, it's tough stuff.
They're going to try and defend here with all they have with 5v6. It's rough. D-Gun goes to the back, has Barrage at the ready, looking for the mid-air pick here on the Mafu. Will take out Mafu with 2 well-placed shots as the defense 5v6 brings it right into SG-1.
Shouldn't have called GG.
Down but not out
Yeah.
is Melty here. Good effort from them.
You got to hold until Bod gets back. He joined the game.
Hey, he's getting back in. It might not be over yet.
All right, so they're back on it. Yeah, and now actually defense is in a decent spot. They've got a support ultimate. They've got Barrage. They're in a decent position up top in this high ground. They don't see him. They're going to initiate this fight.
Yeah, they're coming in. They have the Sound Bear at the ready. Barrage is at the ready. He might just blow it on Lizay. Decides not to. Barrage is on the ground level. Takes out 2. Makes it 3 for the defense, but unfortunately they didn't kill Lizay right away. Lizay might be able to come right back into a res, but for now he's not even considering it.
Justice reigns from a reasonable level.
We need to keep the payload moving forward.
I really like what they've been doing, just focusing high ground, both on the offense and the defense from Melty. They're putting people in position to see what's coming. They're always having the high ground advantage in every single fight. Flippy's probably too deep, though.
Nico was able to get to that back line, took out Mafu right away there. Defense holding strong here for Melty. Even after that, it's almost like Bod DCing catalyzed them because they weren't looking very good at all. But Bod is back in. The defense again picking up 3 quick kills. The offense comes at the res of their own, but they're still bleeding left, right, and center here. And they're just going to have to back up, wait for everyone to get back into the fight.
Yeah, you can't push without your tank here, and he died from a fire snipe. That was a beautiful Reinhardt fire strike. Those always feel so good hitting them from the distance, but they are going to have a ton of ultimates to work with, nearly all of them. Most importantly, though, it's going to be that Soundbird. That's always the initiation here. Soundbird or Shedder.
Mafu right now getting to backline, looking for the mercy, but while that's happening, the defense just went right back into them, took out Lizay from Nico, so one flank into the backline, a little bit more powerful than the other, as Melty looking like a different team after Bod DC'd and came back in.
They look like a different team than they've ever looked, because this is the most aggressive I've ever seen Melty. When I think of Melty, I think of methodical, slow-paced, on defense, very kind of, conservative, and they're just taking the fight to them every single time. It's working out much better for them.
Well, the offense has reestablished here after the last fight, but here comes the defense. Again, coming in off the Sound Bear. D-Gun with the Barrage, looking for a little bit extra. The Earthshatter not quite on point from the defense as Himsy now in the back. Picks off 2. 3 kills here for the offense, turning it back around. They have a Resurrection up as well. Lizay will res up all the Fallen, and oh no, Zappis got booped into the ledge by Cabal, but will be enough as the offense still keeps up the momentum.
Yeah, they got everyone on the cart. The only closeout mechanic they have, though, is a Death Blossom, though, so I think this is going to be stalled out at least for a little bit. They are coming up very early on Tracers. I don't think they had to do that just yet, but they're on it. They are running a Bastion, too.
Yeah, they're getting right into the things. D-Gun, though, on the Bastion, able to take out 2, looking for a little bit more. 3 kills coming out from D-Gun. Have the defense hold at least for a little bit longer.
Yeah, they've definitely got the hold now. It'd be interesting to see if they switch. D-Gun is in position now to be able to switch. They're going to stick on that Bastion, though. One of the Tracers is going to switch off, though. Nico goes on to a McCree. I think it's got to be just to answer Mafu, who's been giving them trouble.
I will protect the innocent.
So we'll see. Good defense coming out here so far from the side. Melty, they are not out of it just yet, despite the DC. And now they are rolling right in off the speed boost. They're looking for the Earth Shatter. Munel does land a big Earth Shatter. Takes out 2. Zappas, though, countering in turn for the offensive Reaper. Has 3 in the back. Both teams getting bloodied here, but the offense coming out just a little bit ahead. Start things out, but overall, both teams down multiple players, and I don't know if Mafu alone is going to be able to get on this, but he comes in anyways. Barrage at the ready. Only take out Winston, putting the team on his back. Winston's still alive, and Mercy rejoined the fray. Nico going to take him out in the end.
A little bit of discoordination there as Fraggy was backing out. He decided that fight was over, and then Mafu came and decided it wasn't. Had they been together, they might have been able to mop that up.
Nico with the quad kill on McCree. McLeft click back in the house. This was Nico's favorite character back in the day. He's getting more value on it now, even post-nerf. And Melty now, time-wise, they only have to hold for about another minute.
Yeah, it's nearly high noon as well. They've got a ton of ultimate. They're running double Reaper on offense now.
So this might be the last gas spear coming out from the offensive SG-1. Melty, even after the DC, able to turn things back in their favor. The offense, though, rushing right in. Zappas getting 2 in the back line. Zappas finding value. Incoming sound barrier. Defense has to use their last gas res, but overall, the offense just cleaning up the defense right now. Moving the payload forward. Melty, this is their last gas. Earth Shatter coming down from both sides, including an offensive Earth Shatter, and there it is. That is going to be SG-1 dispatching Melty to the losers bracket, but man, Melty almost made that a comeback.
They look great. I like the style they're playing in a lot better than kind of their old style. Like, they were very defensive, slow push, kind of oriented way back in Beta 1. Like we said, they were the first team to really run a Symmetra and kind of play that style of defense. This defense just said, I think we're going to win this fight. Let's fight. And they did it constantly. They even brought it on 5v6. So it's a very new look from Melty, and I'm liking it.
It is. Oh, it wasn't bad at all. And for those who are wondering why we didn't go into Sudden Death, teams do not want planned Sudden Death. They just want their times to be judged against each other. People do not like things being decided by a coin flip, which is also why the competitive mode is changing to be time bank for payload as well. But that change isn't yet, so this is sort of the in-between fix right now.
Yep, so that is going to be SG-1, or yeah, I think SG-1 moving on, and they're going to play the winner of Misfits versus B-Fly, which is still in progress. Other sides of the bracket, Reunited is still playing, OW Kings and 2 Strong are still playing, but the losers bracket, let's see, 2 Easy's team still alive.
2 Easy's team still alive, all right. Again, I'm not sure they're going to get their rematch against Reunited, since I assume Reunited's going to be doing pretty well up until the end. Although, I don't know, Reunited versus OW Kings, now Reunited's been having trouble. I could actually see OW Kings beating Reunited.
Yeah.
I feel like Reunited's been vulnerable to a whole lot of teams, so if OW Kings is able to beat them, I'm not going to be too surprised. Do you know if Misfits v B-Fly is going to the 3rd map, or are they just in the middle of their 2nd map?
I don't know. I can check. Yeah, but OW Kings is kind of looking for that signature win. They've been around in the middle for a while, but they've yet to really kind of shock people and open eyes and be like, we are a team that can contend at the top end. So beating a team like Reunited, regardless of what their situation is roster-wise, would be that win for them.
And I'm just trying to get a beat on what is going on with the Misfits right now, just to see what is going in that game. Because they are going to a 3rd map. I would love to get into that right away and bring that to you at the moment. But looking at right now, I think I have crew on my friends list. So I feel like there's the friends list is still alphabetical, but I feel like there's points where it's not. I think I'm going insane. But actually, can I join this while it's in progress?
We'll see. So you guys are watching the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly. Thank you for that. This is number 14. Our coupon code for Matcherino today, of course, then, is GGEU14. That throws $1 right into the prize pool. Goes right to the teams. In their pocket is a $1,000 prize pool so far. You can, of course, increase that if you want with that coupon code. And also, if you feel like donating as well, we'll be reading those messages later in the day. Our initial sponsors are G2A, Rockhat, OW Kings, and PF.GG. I think we have a coupon code for OW Kings. It is GOSU. That's 10% off there. And do check out pf.gg if you're looking for kind of, you don't want to solo queue anymore. You're looking for people who want to play Overwatch with you. pf.gg, partyfinder.gg if you like to party. I just, the term party, it amuses me.
It's a party.
It amuses me. Like, you guys like to party? I like to party.
All right, so crew, their custom is ending.